What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I'm sorry, guys, because I'm supposed to be responding to listener questions. And I'm going to get to you, I promise. It's just been a lot of interesting things going on in the celebrity world. And if I think we can learn from it, then I got to talk about it, right? And, I don't talk about celebrities unless it's something I think that we can learn from. But we got to talk about this Cassie and Diddy situation before I can move forward, right? Because modern men really don't get stuff, right? Like, we can talk about modern women all day, but you guys really don't understand a lot of things. Let me break this down to you guys, all right? I'm going to start off with the first gem. Any man who thinks Cassie's not a victim is an idiot. I repeat, any man who thinks Cassie is not a victim is an idiot. And if you're following them, you should unfollow them immediately, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, let me start here. I know why you guys are taking back Cassie's victimhood. You shouldn't be, but I know why you're doing it. It's because Cassie has reached a level of 304 that many of you men have never come in contact with. Now, I told you guys that women they be getting it popping out here, right? Like, you're not freakier than girls. But y'all don't be wanting to listen to me. Y'all think y'all freaky because y'all eat the cat. Oh, no, y'all don't know freaky. Like, women be out here taking 10 dudes in one day, 2 at a time, one in the poop chute, one in the V-box, one in the mouth, swallowing, licking Gucci's, eating the booty flat out, getting pissed on. You're not out freaking a girl. All this while they got toys with motors in it that run at 300 miles per hour. You're not out freaking her, right? But you never really usually get to see, unless you're one of the men that they partake in these types of things with, right? Like, some men can barely get one woman. Then you have other men like myself who have had threesomes, right? So men have two different views of women based upon how easy it is to access the woman. So the type of a 304 that Cassie is, because she was a high priced one, right? And she was an attractive woman, a lot of men would have never viewed Cassie to be as big of a thought as she was. Like, when you hear about someone getting their cheeks clapped for 10 hours straight in a freak off, when you hear about someone asking someone to piss in their mouth, and you've never freaked out women to this degree, especially when you've never freaked out women to this degree, you're like, what? Ew, that's disgusting. She is such a bird. And there's no way we can say she's a victim because the model even says she wanted us to piss in her mouth. We got text messages of her telling Kid Cudi that she wanted to keep participating in freak-offs. Not only do we have text messages of her telling Kid Cudi that she wanted to keep participating in freak-offs, and the only reason she really cut it off with Kid Cudi is because she said this could get dangerous. Which, if y'all remember that case, she's not lying because Kid Cudi's car got blown up by the diddler. So she wasn't lying. She was telling the God's honest truth. But, do you see the text messages in Diddy's phone where she says, she's always ready for a freak off, and she's saying all this freaky stuff to Diddy. And I understand that now that y'all see Cassie as what she is, y'all no longer see her as the pretty light-skinned girl. Y'all see her as a hoe, despite the fact that I've told you guys many times, the most beautiful women, the IG models, the pageant princesses, the cheerleaders, all that shit, they be the biggest freaks. They be on go. They be getting slutted out here, man. Y'all be trying to tell me that I'm crazy when I tell y'all women like whips and handcuffs and chains and ain't no plugs. Y'all just don't know. Anyways, I understand that because of all that, your guys are like, well, Cassie can't be a victim. She was a freak. She was a hoe. We had different men every day of the week or every hour in her case. But I digress. Here's the thing that you guys are missing, which is why I call you guys goofy. I say it all the time. I'm going to say it again. Just because someone is a 304 doesn't mean she's going to be a 304 for you. Let it breathe. Run it back. Just because a woman is a 304 doesn't mean she's going to be a 304 for you. Like, as big as a hoe of Cassie was, 90% of us still wouldn't have been able to touch her because we're just not in a high enough tax bracket. Well, technically, 99% of us wouldn't have been able to touch her because she was in a millionaire tax bracket, right? That's a whole different ballgame. So was Cassie a hoe? Yes. Would she have been a hoe for you? No. I say that to say, men often think because a woman is a hoe that she can't remove consent. This will get you jammed up. What I mean by that is, yes, we might have seen text messages of Cassie agreeing to freak offs. Yes, we might have seen text messages, of Cassie asking for freak offs. Of the model coming to court and testifying that Cassie asked for her mouth to be pissed in. We might have seen all that. But all that don't mean nothing when she says she don't want to do it anymore. The thing that makes Cassie a victim and that makes you guys who don't think she is an idiot is because irregardless of how big of a freak Cassie was, Cassie told Diddy to stop and he didn't listen. Cassie literally tried to run away because many of you were like, why didn't she just leave? Why didn't she just leave? We have video evidence that she tried to leave. When she tried to leave, the diddler chased her down like somebody in a Lifetime or Tyler Perry movie, stomped her out, hit her with the 8-time stomp, the sweet chin music, and then dragged her by her hair back to the bedroom so he could jump off the top rope. We witnessed him do this. Now, was it the most brutal beatdown I've ever seen? No, but it was definitely a beh, what you think this is, womp womp, get your ass back in here. That is 100% abusive. That is 100% manipulation. Like, he literally denied her the ability to leave. Once she decided she was done, I don't give a shit if she said she was done at that moment and then wanted to freak off tomorrow. I don't care if she said she wanted to leave today and she was going to come back in 2 days. That type of shit happens all the time. It doesn't matter. The problem is, once she decides she wants to leave and you stop her, you're wrong. She's a victim. I don't give a shit about nothing else. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's a grown woman. If she says she doesn't want to do it and she wants to go, and you inhibit her ability to do that, then that is sexual abuse. That also is physical abuse and assault. Caught on video. It's domestic violence. It's a bunch of charges, right? I also want you guys to understand Diddy's not just on trial for what happened with Cassie. Because yes, like some of y'all been saying, well, Cassie got paid. Yes, Cassie already got paid. But Diddy is on trial for racketeering. Diddy is also on trial for sex trafficking. So Cassie is just basically there to confirm, one, how freaky he was and destroy his character, and two, that there might have been underage people in there. There might have been people in there being forced to do things. That's what she's there for. It's deeper than just Cassie. That's what she's there to confirm. So all you saying, oh, this shouldn't get him in jail. Diddy's in trouble for a lot more than Cassie. Don't get it twisted. Because people from New York like myself, we been knew Diddy was crazy. Y'all thought he wasn't crazy because y'all seen him dancing in them tiny shoots and being goofy and bad boys. Everybody knew Diddy was a wild boy. He got Shine put in jail for something he didn't even do. And Diddy and Tupac, Diddy and Suge Knight clearly had involvement in both Biggie and Tupac's death. Simple as that. She even told the story of how Diddy was going to run up on Suge Knight when he was having dinner in LA. Like, you guys always thought Diddy was soft. Diddy was never soft. There's different types of gangsters, man, just like there's different types of hoes. Cassie, for example, was a high class hoe, right? So if you're not high class, you can't touch her. Diddy was a metro gangster. It happens, man. He had a lot of feminine mannerisms and movements and stuff, you know. But Diddy was about that life. Diddy was about the action. Diddy will fuck you up. He pissed on Drake. Come on now. I got the game twisted with Diddy. Either way, that's why Cassie is a victim. All right? Cassie's a victim. She's not even the biggest victim in the story. You want to know what the biggest victim in the story is? The best gems come for those who stay to the end. I repeat, the best gems come for those who stay to the end. You want to know who the biggest victim in the story is? Cassie's husband. Imagine having to send your wife off to trial while she's pregnant, by the way, and listen to her talk about getting pounded on by different male escorts for 10 hours a day. While Diddy, beats it in the corner until he decides it's his turn. Mind you, you hearing the text messages of how bad your girl wanted to smash Diddy, the things she wanted Diddy to do. Diddy, come piss on me. Diddy, I need you to come tear this up. Just imagine hearing all this about your wife. She got with Kid Cudi, was still having freak offs, still asking for freak offs. So it was still multiple men in the night banging your wife while she begs for it. Like, can you imagine what they did to Cassie? And then this is your queen now. Black queen mama. That's your queen. She was this big of a slut. The real victim here is Cassie's husband, man. He's the biggest victim, at least. Either way, y'all, that's my thoughts on that. I'm Alex, and I'm out. Peace.